Welcome to this session on corporate strategy, which focuses on one big question: where should a firm compete? While competitive strategy is about how a single business wins in its market, corporate strategy looks across multiple businesses. It determines the overall scope and direction of a firm, what industries to enter, which geographies to expand into, and how to structure and manage growth. Let's begin with the fundamentals. Corporate strategy answers three key questions. 1. In which industries or markets should we compete? 2. How should we allocate resources across different businesses? 3. And how can we create value across units, value that wouldn't exist if those businesses operated independently? Firms typically grow through three main approaches: product diversification, geographic diversification, and vertical integration. Each path offers opportunities, but also challenges. First, product diversification involves expanding into new product lines. This can be related, like Apple moving from computers to smartphones and wearables, or unrelated, like General Electric's historic expansion into everything from aviation to financial services. The goal is to reduce reliance on any single product, spread risk, and leverage existing capabilities. But diversification comes with risks. It can dilute focus, spread managerial attention too thin, and lead to what's called a conglomerate discount, where investors value the firm less than the sum of its parts. Next, geographic diversification involves entering new countries or regions. This can help a firm reach new customers, take advantage of lower costs, or reduce exposure to domestic economic swings. For example, McDonald's tailors its menu globally while leveraging its supply chain and brand. Netflix produces local content like Squid Game in South Korea to drive international growth. But geographic expansion also brings risks, like regulatory challenges or cultural missteps, which can derail performance. The third approach is vertical integration, owning parts of your supply chain, either upstream toward suppliers or downstream toward customers. Tesla is a standout example. It makes its own batteries, sells directly to consumers, and even runs its own charging network. Amazon also integrates deeply, managing logistics, delivery, and cloud infrastructure in-house. When done well, vertical integration can lower costs, improve coordination, and boost quality. But it can also tie up capital and reduce flexibility if not carefully managed. Now, let's talk about why firms pursue corporate growth in the first place. Four major benefits stand out. First, economies of scale and scope. Larger firms can spread fixed costs over more units and share resources like branding or distribution across products. Amazon and Procter & Gamble both benefit from this. Second, risk diversification. When firms operate across industries or regions, they can offset downturns in one area with stability in another. Johnson & Johnson's portfolio helps it weather such fluctuations. Third, access to talent, innovation, or capital. Entering new markets or acquiring other firms can provide cutting-edge technologies or new capabilities. Think Google's acquisition of DeepMind or Unilever buying Dollar Shave Club. Fourth, bargaining power. Large, diversified firms often negotiate better deals with suppliers or set industry standards, just like Walmart does with vendors or Apple does with component suppliers. But growth isn't always good. There are pitfalls. Firms can become too complex. Managers may chase growth for prestige rather than profit. Cultural clashes can destroy mergers, and corporate parents may misallocate capital across units. That's why the idea of parenting advantage is so important. Can the corporate center actually improve the performance of its businesses? If not, the strategy may destroy value. Finally, firms must choose how to grow: build, borrow, or buy. Building means internal development, like Google launching Android. Borrowing means partnerships, like Starbucks teaming with Nestle. Buying means acquisitions, like Facebook buying Instagram. The right path depends on your resources, timeline, and risk tolerance. Often, firms use a mix. Disney, for instance, built Disney Plus, partnered with Hulu, and bought assets from 21st Century Fox to compete in global streaming. In short, corporate strategy is about choosing where and how to grow. It's about creating a business portfolio that's more than the sum of its parts. Success lies in finding the right fit, maintaining strategic discipline, and building value across all units.